Zodiac signs most likely to get rich or wealthy from Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Well, I don't know if you've been living under a rock these past few months or this past year actually, but Bitcoin and cryptocurrency has made a huge splash, I guess, in the business world and the investing world. And there's a lot of hype, a lot of but where there's smoke, there's fire, also. So, um, you know, I think this is a big thing going on here in the digital world and the just the world overall. So let's talk about this. Okay, what is cryptocurrency? Okay, so the definition of cryptocurrency is, according to Wikipedia, is a digital asset designed to work as a medium of exchange that uses cryptography to secure its transactions, to control the creation of additional units, and to verify the transfer of assets. So what is cryptography? Let's look at this. Let's look at what cryptography is. Cryptography is the art of writing or solving codes. Alright? It is the practice and the study of techniques for secure communication in the process of third parties called adversaries. Alright? So basically what cryptocurrency does is it kind of cuts out the middleman. So where, like, for example, PayPal, you can bank through PayPal or whatsoever, you put your money in PayPal, but PayPal takes a percentage of transactions that goes on with your bank. Cryptocurrency takes out that middleman. You know what I'm saying? So cryptocurrency is becoming a really big thing, and one of the main forms of cryptocurrency is Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency and worldwide payment system. So, Bitcoin it's the first decentralized digital currency, and it's becoming a big deal here worldwide. So I won't get too much into the details, but Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are quickly becoming a worthwhile investment. So I thought it would be interesting to talk about the zodiac signs that are most likely to get rich and wealthy from Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Okay, now the thing about investing in such a volatile environment such as cryptocurrency or Bitcoin is you have to have patience. The best, I'm not going to tell you what is the best strategy for you, but in my opinion, the best strategy, and especially in terms of building wealth and becoming rich, so to speak, is to invest for the long term. All right? So investing, especially in a volatile environment like high volatile environment like cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, requires patience, requires self-control, requires control over your emotions and an understanding of the market, or at least an understanding of how investing works, how compound interest works, how interest works in general. All of these things matter. So, but also understanding the future trends and things like that. Okay, so first we have Aquarius, okay? And Aquarius rules Uranus. Now, or Aquarius is ruled by Uranus and Saturn. Now, the reason why I chose Aquarius is because Uranus rules technology. And Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is it's a big thing in technology. So this is right up in Aquarius's alley. And Aquariuses have that dose of patience that they need to really hold on to their gains. Why is my thing updating right now? They have that patience and that kind of wisdom and knowledge to hold on to their gains and not sell too fast. You know what I'm saying? So I think Aquariuses would be the perfect choice, the perfect types of people who would use, cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin, to their benefit. And, and they're always willing to try new things. They're so eccentric, they're really good at spotting trends And they're an air sign, so they deal with the intellect, they deal with the mental. So when they spot something that they feel, remember they have good intuition too. When they feel like something is going to be worthwhile, they will hop on it, and even if no one else around them believes in them, they will ride it through, and they'll be the last ones laughing. Okay, to the bank, literally. All right. Next, we have Capricorn. Now, Capricorns, interestingly enough, are usually risk adverse. So Capricorn may not invest right away. Capricorn is not the type of person that's going to invest their 401k. Capricorn is not even the type of person that would invest half their paycheck, honey, in anything. Capricorn's going to do their research. Capricorn is going to ask around, get opinions. Capricorn is really going to thoroughly, vet out the situation before they invest any of their time, money, or anything else, right? But once a Capricorn invests, and once a Capricorn is kind of set on something and believes in something, Capricorn is very dedicated, very patient, super duper patient. They understand the benefit of patience and the benefit of compound interest and things like that. Like, Capricorns have great control over their emotions. I'm a Capricorn sun. They have great control over their emotions. They have, they typically also tend to do their own thing and march to the beat of their own drum, so they're not easily swayed by media or propaganda, because sometimes people, how the stock market, for example, like sometimes every month or so there's oh, the stock market crash, this and that, but like Capricorn's not swayed by that. Capricorn is like, oh, I'm good over here, my investment's growing and growing, so I don't know what you're talking about over here. Like, Capricorn is that type of person who's just not easily swayed by nonsense. So that's exactly why I chose Capricorn to be on here. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto and Mars. Now, it's interesting because I didn't put Aries on this list. The reason why I didn't put Aries on this list is because Aries can be really, really impatient, really, really spontaneous, and it requires patience and commitment to really, really, really gain wealth, like really gain wealth and riches, whatever riches means. When it comes to investing, and especially investing in a high volatile market. But Scorpio has that, while they do have that Mars influence, so they definitely have the ability to be impatient, be a little bit fiery and temperamental. They also have that Pluto influence, and Pluto rules the subconscious. Pluto likes to dig deeper. Pluto likes to see the truth of a situation. So, Pluto can also be a bit obsessive. So Scorpio can be the type of person who like obsessively, checks the market like consistently, but at the same time, there's part of them, that Scorpio, that is very, very patient. That's super duper intuitive. So Scorpio will be the type of person who knows the right time to sell. You know what I'm saying? Who knows instinctively, oh, it's gonna go up. Like, I don't care what anyone's saying. I don't care what the media's saying. I have a feeling it's gonna go up. I have a feeling. Scorpios are really good at going with their feelings, and they typically have really, really good intuition. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly why Scorpio's on here. They're super duper intuitive, and they're good at studying trends and markets just by sheer instinct. Also, they're good detectives too. So while everyone else is on the surface looking at the media and eating what the media is feeding them, Scorpio's like digging deeper and saying, what are the ingredients in this food? You know what I'm saying? Where is this, where are these sources coming from, honey? Like, that's Scorpio. Like, are there any, contradictory sources? Are there any contradictory articles out here? Like, Scorpio's going to check all perspectives, all, you know what I'm saying? So they can become a well-rounded investor. All right, so next we have Virgo. And Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Now, interestingly enough, I didn't put Gemini on this list because Geminis are ruled by Mercury. But, Geminis can be impatient. They can, they're just not consistent enough, for something like this, I think. Not to say they aren't. Geminis are super duper smart. So, don't put it past a Gemini, but a market like this really, really requires consistency and, control over your emotions. Virgos have that. Virgos have consistency. They have control over their emotions. They are people who kind of are similar to Capricorn because they're an earth sign. They do research before. They do, kind of, background checks and everything like that on what's going on. And once a Virgo commits, a Virgo's committed. Now, like Scorpio, Virgo knows when to sell. Virgo are really, really good at studying trends as well, and studying the market and studying what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Um, the thing with Virgos is that Mercury energy may sometimes cause them to sell too fast. So, Virgos really need to gain control over their emotions, not studying the trend too much, what's going on too much, because you guys know you can overanalyze. But when you guys have patience and, a chillness and a calmness about you, and just a kind of trusting of the process, you guys can really, gain and acquire some great things. Next, we have Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is interesting because they're ruled by Jupiter. So, Jupiter, though, has a lot of patience, typically. Jupiter is very tolerant. Jupiter is also philosophical and very knowledge-based and likes to expand. So, a Sagittarius will jump on any opportunity where they can expand, and a market such as this definitely gives you the opportunity to expand. Um, and it's not only that, it's bigger with the Sagittarius. Yes, it has the potential to expand their pocketbook, but it can also expand, their knowledge, how they do business, how they, go about the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's bigger for a Sagittarius. So Sagittarius is likely to become very invested and to know everything, there is about, investing in cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. And because of that, they tend to make great strides. They are the archers, so they shoot, and they usually hit the bullseye once they're, well informed, and they're risk takers. They're adventurers, so they don't mind going out on a limb, investing a nice chunk of change into something, and if it continues to grow over time, well, to Sag that was a benefit. I mean, you can't really hate on that. And they're patient. But they can also sometimes sell too fast. You know what I'm saying? So they really need to have like a control, not too risky, but just enough that they gain some strides. Lastly, we have Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun, and the sun is all about self-confidence, life purpose, life path. Our connection to our higher self. So, Leos are the types of people who will put something into Bitcoin, put enough into Bitcoin or whatever coin platform they choose to use, and kind of they won't check it for a few months. They'll kind of do their own thing. Like that's the kind of person Leo is. They don't get too caught up in the hype. They don't get too caught up in the nonsense. They're just like, all right, let me just kind of see what this is about, and once they start seeing that they're making gains, a Leo will quietly, kind of stack their coins up. Of course, a Leo will bring people in that they love and trust and say, hey, you should really check out this kind of Bitcoin, this new cryptocurrency thing. I've made so great strides. I've made 10 times my money back. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Leos are those types of people. Very patient, very understanding. They may watch the market and what's going on a little bit, but they're not easily swayed. They try not to get too easily influenced by what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They really like to kind of do their own thing and, follow their own, situation. Remember, Leos are the leaders. They like to be leaders. So, Leos are very, very committed as well. So, also they can be a bit lazy. All right. And investing is a really, really good way to make your money work for you. So if a Leo can get his or her money to work for them and they don't have to work, they're on it. All right. So, these are the zodiac signs that I think would most likely become rich or wealthy from investing in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. This is not to say that the other zodiac signs aren't. They totally are. But remember, this, type of investing requires a certain sense of self-control, you know, control over your emotions, you know, an understanding of the market, you know, an understanding of, you know, compound interest and how all of these things, you know, come together, you know, and how they all play a part in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of you gaining wealth, you know, and becoming rich. So, you know, it really requires dedication. It really requires you having a tight rein over your emotions, because the market can go up one day, but it can drop just as quickly the next minute or the next month or the next week or the tomorrow, you know, and it can drop quite low, but it can go quite high too, you know, which can be exciting. But when it drops low, oh my gosh, you know, but what goes down must come up, and you know, that's something that's constantly need to be kept into mind. So, you know, if you're in a bad mood and you check your Bitcoin and you see it went down $1,000, you don't want to be like, oh my gosh, I'm selling all my Bitcoin, you know, I'm done with this, and then tomorrow it goes up $10,000. You're just like, you know, like, you just really have to have a tight rein and control over your situation. Okay, so all right, you guys. Regardless, no matter what your zodiac sign is, definitely think of investing. Definitely do your research. Because this is a really, really huge deal. Okay, and you know, you don't need $10,000. You don't need $1,000. You don't even need $100 to invest into Bitcoin. I think all you need is a smartphone. You know, a platform of your choice to invest in. I don't know which ones are out there. Coinbase is a good one, you know, Coinbase. I'm trying to think of others. That's the main one that I can think of that so many people use. But you know, there's so many out there. So do your research once again, right? And you know, get a phone, get a smartphone. Maybe you don't even have to have a smartphone. Maybe you can just get a computer or something. And invest like $10, $20. You know, once again, it depends on the platform you choose to use. But you know, it doesn't take much. You know, and let your money work for you. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Namaste. Contact me for your own personal, private, confidential psychic tarot reading, or your own personal birth chart reading, or love synastry, love compatibility reading. Okay, thank you so much for listening and watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new awesome video. Like me on Facebook, facebook.com/Lamar Townsend official, and follow me on Instagram at Lamar Townsend. I love you guys. See you in the next video. Okay.